Hi and welcome back to my channel. Today it's time for a new introduction. This is a recommendation from my subscribers. I let Henry, my co-singer, pick some of the songs. I let my Patreon pick some of the songs. I let my YouTube subscribers pick some of the songs, and I let the random YouTube search pick some of the songs. Today we have another one from my subscribers, and it's Falling in Reverse with I'm Not a Vampire Revamped. And I've kind of heard about Falling in Reverse, but to be honest, I don't know anything about them. I haven't heard any of the music. I don't even know where they're from. I basically know nothing. So this will be very interesting, and I'm very excited to watch this video and just get introduced to them. And if you want to, wish for songs and get first in line in that direction, and also if you want to support the channel and get pre-premieres and be a part of the Patreon family, you can join. I will link the Patreon down below in the description. So now let's get into it. As you can see, I'm already ready to pop into my reactors position. So I'll just get these on and let's rock and roll. Okay, 3, 2, 1, here we go.
kill my heart and turn and run. Motherfucker, I'm a vampire. Living sin, I can feel it in my blood. Coursing through my veins, and I become so cold. Forgotten soul is my self-control. Home is where my heart is, and my heart has lost all. Heart has fucking lost all. Heart has lost
I kind of had no idea about what I was getting into here. This was I feel like I just saw a very dramatic vampire movie, which I kind of did, just in a compressed version with a powerful soundtrack. Wow. What a production, what a video, those effects, that work put in, it was, wow, very professional and theatrical, and I have to really respect his, the lead singer's acting skills. This was extremely impressing. And that said, his voice, wow. Already in the first verse, I'm sorry, just gonna take a sip of tea. In the first verse, you can just hear right away that we got something really good here, that he really got it going on for himself. So much control, and you can kind of sense already in the beginning that he will have a lot to give off, you know, that his voice is powerful and very highly trained. So I got the feeling that something was coming up. But then I have to say then that when we just hit, you know, the final, I don't know, final 20% of the song where he really gives it all and he starts like building, and the screaming method he uses, it's just clear that wow, it was just like, you know, this painful screamy growl like thing, but what was very impressive was that you could really, that it's possible to make an actual painful scream sound good, because I was kind of shocked because it was very like overwhelming and very chaotic and very intense, but at the same time I was just like, okay, this sounds good, this is super powerful, this is so intense, and it was just, everything was just coming perfectly together. It seemed like he was, he had so much to give up vocally, and in terms of his performance, so everything was just like, yeah, wow, I kind of got lost in the whole thing, and I just watched this intense movie. And I mean, I'm just sitting here wondering, okay, he seemed to be extremely professional, and this production was extremely high level, and they must be pretty well known, they must be pretty famous, and I know that there is other bands that are extremely famous that I haven't known of yet, but I'm still impressed that I have never heard about or never heard anything from Falling in Reverse before now. That was actually also what was going through my head. I was like, okay, I have been missing out here. I have definitely been missing out here. Super intense, super beautiful. I can't get over his voice. Also, he's using his voice to very dramatically just tell a story. You know, he says, also, I have the lyrics, shout out. I mean, I'm like a pregnant woman. I'm throwing up all the time, something around along those lines. There was also some kind of humor, and, you know, I just felt like the lyrics were very well thought out, and then he just starting to swear extremely in the end of the the song while he screamed, and he just didn't have any how can I explain it? He was just so open. He was just letting it all out. He was fully there. He was super passionate. He just killed it. I really loved it, and I think it's rare that you just see someone just, me at least, just go down that road being 100% fully in it, not having any limitations in terms of using words or expressing themselves. This was just such a powerful expression of all this sorrow and confusion and darkness and maybe self-disgust and self-doubt. It was just intense and seemed very authentic, and I just loved that he branched a little out, and there was some surprises, at least for me, and he just kept it interesting throughout the whole thing. And he still managed to use his voice. Like, he did so many crisp, nice things with his voice throughout the verse. So even though the lyrics was good and he had a great voice, he also just kind of surprised me throughout the whole song, actually, because he was such good of a singer and artist as well. I'm just really damn impressed, and I want to say thank you to all my subscribers who recommended me to watch this Falling in Reverse band and this specific song. And I can see this seems to be quite a new one, and again, first impressions, so I don't know if this is their typical style and if they have other styles, but please let me know in the comment section what you would recommend me to watch next from Falling in Reverse, and let me know if this was also your first time discovering them and what you thought about this whole powerful dramatic vampire tragedy we just saw here. Let's just dive more into them. I definitely need to see more, and just also maybe hear a live video where I can really hear his voice and what he can do. I would be very curious to experience that. I'm sure it will be very intriguing and powerful. So yeah, like and subscribe if you haven't already, and if you feel like it, and I hope I will see you very soon. Thank you so much for watching, and I love you. Bye.